Hello, welcome to Aging Well in America. I'm Anne Marie Gattari, your host. We have with us two very special guests today, Kerry and Jen. Both are nurses, former nurse, practicing nurse, and currently advocates, as you like to say, for oils. What kind of oils are these?
Essential oils.
Essential oils. So we're going to talk a little bit about how essential oils work, why we believe they work, and how our aging residents in the local community might find some benefit. Kerry, start off. What's the company doTERRA? What does it mean, and what are essential oils?
A gift for life.
A gift of the earth.
Or a gift of the earth.
A gift of the earth.
Yes.
Okay.
They are based in Utah. They have been around since 2008.
Yes.
Anything else we want to?
They're one of the fastest growing essential oil companies in the world. They just reached billion-dollar company status in December.
So you say one of, because there are many essential
oil companies.
So what are essential oils?
They're the volatile compounds of plant material made from the leaves, stem, bark, and berries sometimes of plants. And they serve as the plant's immune system.
Okay.
So
we're sitting here right now. I can smell a wonderful fragrance of all the different. I'm going to pick one. Kerry, I want you to tell me what is deep blue and why do we think that works?
Well, we have a deep blue line. We actually have a rub. This is actually our capsules. And we also do have oil.
Okay.
So you can actually, you can either take it internally, do it topically, and topically as well with the oil, which you also could, what we call our roller bottles.
Okay.
So that you mix with fractionated coconut oil. They like a carrier oil. So this actually works with the musculoskeletal system for achy joints, muscles, for athletes.
pre and post workout, it's amazing. It really loosens up the muscles.
So I'm sitting here thinking, well, there's a lot of products that are on the shelf, like Bengay, and there's another one that has blue in the title, in the name. How is this different, or is it?
This deep blue rub, this one right here, this is going to have a similar effect as Bengay, where you're going to feel tingly. You might feel like an icy hot feeling. But with the essential oils in it, it supports your body's natural functions. So it's not just, treating that symptom. It's not treating anything at all. It's really helping your body by encouraging circulation and relaxing those muscles. So you're going to have to use less of it over time.
All right.
And this, I'll give them this was kind of the seller for me, how I actually got into oils.
How was that?
The benefits for me. I had some musculoskeletal issues going on last year, and I thought I would try something natural, and I really saw a lot of benefits for it, and that's when I started becoming an advocate, probably about 2 or 3 months after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So let me see. Let me pick another one.
Like lavender.
Well, here's rosemary. Is this really the same rosemary that you
Yes, you should
use
smell
as an
it.
herb?
It's amazing.
May I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one really helps soothe people when they're trying to fall asleep.
Oh.
It can calm and focus the mind.
Okay.
So it's a really great oil to use if you have those racing thoughts in the middle of the night that keep you up. This is really
Now,
great. Now,
lavender is often used in that way, but rosemary also?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would you mix them together, or would you choose one or the other?
depends. Lavender is more of a soothing oil. So if you're feeling more anxious feelings or the restlessness, the lavender would be good. Those racing thoughts, though, are really where rosemary is going to help.
Okay.
And that's the beauty of essential oils, is that each one, they all do many of the same things, but each one has more of its focus and its specialty.
Do you use them together?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
We do create a lot of blends, like in the roller balls. Kerry's really great at making different roller ball blends.
This is There's actually different kinds. Like this is like one I actually use for musculoskeletal issues, aching, because it has a larger, so you can get a larger surface
Okay.
area.
What's in that?
This one, it's empty right now, but this one normally I would use like the deep blue or the rosemary, depending, and then you would fill it with the fractionated coconut oil. The
Okay.
Oils love the compounds of with the coconut, and it makes
And
it last more
this is-
effective.
This is not the same coconut oil that you would
No,
buy
it's-
at the grocery store.
Yeah, no, they've removed the medium fatty acid chain, so
Okay.
it stays liquid.
All right.
And the thing about essential oils is that they disperse readily into oils. So when you put 10 drops into the huge amount of fractionated coconut oil, each drop of the coconut oil now carries the beneficial effects.
Okay.
So
and
you
that's why
really make it go a
you
long way.
referred to it earlier as a carrier oil.
Yeah,
Yes.
So
carrier.
It carries the oils into the skin and helps it absorb more readily.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily to stretch it,
No, but it does
but
stretch
it ends
yeah.
up doing it because you're
Yeah.
just not using as much. Okay. Let me pick out some other good ones. Here's one called Serenity, a calming blend.
Wonderful for if you have that restless night sleep.
Oh,
One of
this
the most
smells
popular
so
ones
good.
with dogs.
Oh.
We find a lot of people use that to help calm dogs and for sleep.
And how would you give it to your dog?
You would just rub it on your hands and then let them smell it. That's all
That's
you
it?
need to do.
Really?
And you could even pet along their spine.
So our dog, for instance, firecrackers, fireworks,
Yes.
thunderstorms.
And that's
he
like the
really-
topical component that you can
Okay.
use.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
A calming blend. Very good. Very good. Let's see. Oh, peppermint.
Yes.
Peppermint.
another wonderful one.
Also for calming?
No, this one is actually the opposite. It's great for energizing. So you can even
okay.
skip the coffee when you use some peppermint.
Really?
Yeah, you can put a drop into your palms, rub it together, and then inhale it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Or have it
either,
in your tea,
You
water.
can put it in your tea.
so you can
It
ingest
isn't-
them.
mhm.
Yeah.
So put them in the roller bottle with the carrier oil.
Yeah.
Or,
Or
rub
directly,
it
yep.
and inhale, or a few drops in your water or coffee or
Yeah. Then
something.
it goes a very long way. 1 drop of peppermint oil equals 28 cups of peppermint tea. So you
Whoa.
really want to be careful when you're
Yeah.
ingesting them that you're just doing what's on the label.
Okay.
The
all
one
right.
drop is all you need. Yeah.
So energizing, for
Yes.
instance, how so? When would you use peppermint?
I
Well-
use, go ahead.
that afternoon lag at work,
Uh-huh.
My favorite time to use
After
when
lunch.
you feel yourself kind of crashing, great to put a drop, put it in your water,
And
or
just like that.
diffuse.
So is
oh, we
it
didn't bring the diffuse, or
And-
to diffuse it, yeah.
The great part about essential oils is that they're very tiny, and that's how they absorb into our skin really readily. But when you inhale them, it goes in through your nose and actually stimulates your limbic system to produce different chemicals in your body. So it actually has a scientific effect on our bodies.
Yeah.
It's not just the aroma that would help.
Yeah, yeah.
You've got different kits here, if you will. What is this?
This is called our family physician's kit. It has, I kind of call it like our 10 kind of basic, kind of hits all the different system. Has the deep blue, has the On Guard, which is our protective blend, has your lavender, has your lemon, which is another great one. You can, lavender and lemon actually are great in water and like iced tea too.
I'm thinking lemon is good for digestion.
Digesting,
Very
yeah.
good for digestion.
And then Breathe, which is our respiratory blend. And then Digestion is our gastrointestinal. Melaleuca's kind of another wonderful one too. Great for skin, discomfort with ear. Frankincense. You want to talk about frankincense? Kind of what I call it my king of oils.
It is
What is
the
that?
king of oils. It is really beneficial for the skin. It can reduce the appearance of wrinkles,
Really?
acne scars. It's also great. It soothes the occasional cuts and aches
Yeah.
and joint
Joint.
discomfort.
Yeah.
it boosts the immune system. It encourages cell regeneration in your body. It really works with the chemistry of our bodies to be
And
very
again,
supportive.
inhale it or
And
rub it?
topically, depending if you have a scar, blemish, things like that,
Or
that you
even
want to
orally.
reduce the appearance of. Yeah,
Or even orally.
yeah.
Really?
A drop under the tongue.
So
goes a
all of
long way.
these can be consumed they can be
Not
ingested?
all of them.
No?
Not all.
No.
No.
They
Which ones
all-
cannot?
Cassia?
Deep blue,
Deep
winter
blue.
green.
Oh,
Winter
okay.
green.
It'll say on the side.
Okay.
Yeah, it
okay.
has here,
There's a key there.
there's
I
a key
see.
to all of them. It shows how they can be. And if
Okay.
they needed to be diluted, like for children
Okay.
and infants. So it
Here's
gives you all that.
oregano.
Yes.
Put that on pizza?
Yes. I actually was out of
Oh my
oregano
goodness.
herb and I did put it in my pasta sauce.
You did?
Yes, it's delicious. One drop into a huge pot and it tastes,
Oh, for
you can
heaven's
taste
sakes.
it.
Of course. Of
We
course.
cook with a lot of the
You
oils.
do cook with them.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, because this brings up kind of a question, family physician kit.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're asked all the time, can I get rid of my meds and just take these? And you're both nurses, so how do you
Yeah.
answer that question?
I say no. Essential oils are looked at like supplements. They are categorized as supplements.
Okay.
So they're really great at enhancing our health
Mm-hmm.
and supporting our natural body systems and our well-being. They're not meant to replace medications ever.
And we usually tell, people who inquire about them, talk to your physician about them as well.
Okay.
Yes,
Because
always.
there are some, oils that you can't use, like Deep Blue, if you're on anticoagulants. You can't use that product.
Okay.
So we
okay.
do always tell everyone, please consult with your physician first,
Right.
and let them know you are, that you would like to use them, and just so they are aware that you are. It's like anything you do, even over the counter, you should always let your physician know.
We
Sure.
supply a lot of product information sheets beforehand so that they
Sure.
can take them into the doctor and
Yeah.
have them look
Okay.
at them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of reaction do you get from doctors?
Across the board, different. We have a lot of MDs are enrolled with doTERRA, so
Enrolled
we
means
as
they're-
wellness advocates.
Okay.
We
So
have,
they're selling them?
Yes.
Or they're
and
purchasing?
advocating
are,
and
okay.
teaching.
Okay.
So a lot of MDs. We have chiropractors, a
Chiropractors.
ton of nurses.
We have dental offices using them for diffusers in their waiting rooms, so their
To calm
patients
people.
don't. You have to calm them down
Yeah.
so they're not so, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some
Not having
doctors
to-
don't love it.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
have a lot of doctors that are like, I guess it can't hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But
it's
they're
not.
not really interested in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
in learning and in
Yeah.
becoming really well versed.
But there's been a really great response from the medical community because we're not looking to compete in any way
Sure, of
or
course
replace any medication.
Right.
So
course not.
To educate. That's
Yeah.
kind of our team is really big on educating,
Mm-hmm.
and just making people be aware of that there is the natural product there if they want to try it, etc. But that's kind of our goal as our team. We have a lot of nurses, massage therapists,
Oh, of course.
pharmacy people.
Sure.
we do a lot of volunteer work
yeah, a
with
lot of
cancer
You
bereavement
do?
groups.
You
Yeah.
do. How so? What's the volunteer work like?
Well, if you go
Pamper,
in,
kind of pamper 'em.
kind of pamper them.
do?
Yeah,
Oh.
no, the hand massage, the feet massage.
Yes.
I do an aroma touch, which is a soft touch technique of applying the essential oils to the back. It's really soothing.
We work with the Lakeland Center in St. Clair Shores.
Oh, sure. Yes. Yes, yes.
So just educating them on things that can help support that mood and support the space for sharing. We
Right.
get the diffusers going before the groups get together, and it really kind of creates that calming.
A nice atmosphere
Yeah.
and a fragrance. It just occurred to me that there might be some benefit for those with Alzheimer's and dementia. Have you found an application there?
Well, that's one of those things that we don't really focus on because the treatment of that is so complicated and involved.
Yeah.
If you're working with a doctor, sometimes they will recommend just something that would increase alertness. Some of the oils that we use for that would be frankincense and wild
And
orange.
Okay.
Would be wonderful.
I guess I'm thinking of someone with dementia who might be agitated and have, you know, some real behavioral issues. The
We-
calming, the
The
quieting.
lavender.
We would really suggest something that works to really calm the mood and provide some grounding. And that would be like vetiver
Sure, yeah.
would be great for that, or our balance oil.
Yeah.
Those are both,
Vetiver.
yes.
Whatever. It's kind of very earthy smelling. Do I have it in here?
I don't see
Oh,
it.
I should. Here's the balance. Oh, vetiver's right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We actually have been doing some
Vetiver.
education with nursing homes,
You
assisted
have.
livings.
You have.
Some
Yeah.
of their,
Mm.
well, they do call them Alzheimer's units, and working with some oils that they would like to try
Okay.
if the patient seems to get restless, and they
Yeah.
have like calming rooms, they call them.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
some
yeah.
are looking at possibly using a diffuser
Yeah.
with,
I guess that's what I was
yeah, the
thinking of.
lavender and,
That's what the essential oils are really great at, is
Yeah.
the emotions.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so there are many different oils you can put into a blend to create the kind of calm atmosphere you're like really looking for. So there are definitely oils that would help soothe
Okay.
the
And when we do-
agitation.
Yeah, and when we do the blend, that's when we use the roller balls. You might put 2 or 3 different kinds of the oils in it, and then you would use
Okay.
the Kerry or the coconut oil. I mean, some people do use grapeseed, avocado. I tend to use more of the coconut.
So I'm noticing there are blends like this one, Balance, which is called a grounding blend, and Serenity, which is a calming blend. And then there are the individual ones, which we've been talking about, the oregano or lemon
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
you know, name your herb or vegetable, if
Yeah.
you will. So what's the difference? When do you use one over the other?
Well,
Or is it just a preference?
or it's what the person might describe that they're feeling. You know, that, if they might say, I'm having a hard time getting out of bed in the morning and getting motivated, or, I lay in bed all night and I just can't fall asleep. So that's how we would look at which one would benefit them
Okay.
more.
Okay.
And like the Serenity might help them at night if they're restless at all.
As opposed to the
to
straight
single.
as
peppermint.
opposed to giving
or-
them wild
Yeah.
orange that might keep them,
Awake.
alert.
But
awake.
no, I
The
mean
blends-
Serenity versus
Oh, the
lavender,
lavender.
Oh,
or even.
The blends that doTERRA offers are pre-blended, and some of them contain essential oils that aren't as readily available. So they're mixed with other ones or different oils that maybe shouldn't be used by the general public without strong knowledge of how to mix them.
Okay.
So they pre-mix them, like the Balance is pre-mixed and already in a carrier oil,
Okay.
so that it's properly diluted.
Okay.
Because there are oils in it, if they weren't properly diluted, they could cause negative side effects. So the company is very careful that every oil that they put out onto the market is
I
safe.
see. So the if someone is just starting, do you recommend blends over the individual ones, or does it not?
I do tend to recommend the blends. They're
do.
expertly blended by chemists and
Okay.
doctors.
Okay.
And
All right. I'm imagining that each of you has a story as to how you got into this,
Yeah.
having other full careers. So, Kerry, start. What
Well, mine
attracted you to
Mine was, that's
essential
how I
oils?
met Jen, was last summer. I had some pretty severe musculoskeletal issues with my back. And I work, and I wasn't sure if I would be able to really function if I took everything that I needed to take. So actually one of my coworkers said to me, "You're walking kind of funny."
And you're a nurse at a local hospital, so you're
Yeah.
on your feet.
Yep, on
all
my feet. I do
day
case
long.
management. So, to function at work and stuff.
Sure.
So that's how I was introduced to my Deep Blue. And I actually was using Deep Blue, peppermint, and frankincense for the issues I had going on. And it gave me the relief that I needed to be able to work and not take off work because I dealt with it for about 4 months, pretty severe. And
Oh my
so
goodness.
that's how I got started.
So the Deep Blue provided the
The relief for me.
Okay. Okay.
And then also at the time, I have a 22-year-old that was going through some issues and stuff, and with, some sadness and some different things on that end.
Sure.
So we tried some vetiver and some different oils for her that seemed to help her with what she had going on. So I just, after that, said, wow, I really like this. One thing kind of led to another. I met Jen, and now we're teaching classes and educating the community, having a great time doing it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
You mentioned diffuser, putting it into a,
Aromatic, yep.
okay, almost like a humidifier or
Yes,
something,
yeah,
right? Is
yeah.
that exactly what it is?
It's an ultrasonic
Sonic,
diffuser,
yeah.
so it's more like the cool mist
Okay.
things you see at Target that are shaped like frogs and
Yeah,
things like
yeah.
that. It's
Have
almost
one.
exactly like
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you use those, or do you have to
No,
use
because
a
the
special?
reservoirs are different. They're a
Okay,
softer plastic,
okay,
so
all
you
right,
want an
so
actual.
you would get one from a company like doTERRA.
Yeah.
Okay. Jen, what's your story? How did you come into
Well,
into oils?
I was a young nurse, and I had my first daughter when I was 24 and decided to stay at home, and we lived in California. And then I had two more kids, and they all have skin sensitivities and eczema and things like that. So I wanted to get rid of the chemicals we were cleaning with in the house. And so that's when I started learning about essential oils. And that's why I brought them into the house initially.
Using them as cleaning products?
Yes, they're
yeah.
amazing.
Oh, we didn't even touch on that.
No, it's amazing. You can add them to vinegar or just water and spray down the counter. They're really great. So, and then it gets rid of, the really strong smells that my kids were having respiratory
yes.
problems from.
Yes.
And then one of my friends happened to mention to me that you could use them on the children for things to help them, their respiratory system when they're sick, to help them breathe a little bit better. And so then I started using them in that way, and that was February 2013 that I got a wholesale account with
Okay.
doTERRA.
Okay,
So
very
been
good.
with them since.
Yeah, so meanwhile, you moved here from California. Are you originally from here?
I am originally from here.
Okay.
My husband's from Arizona,
I
and
see.
I never thought I'd come back. But here we are.
But you
we,
did.
we did.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so now we actually bought a farm where we use the oils on
Oh,
the animals.
Really?
We use them. They're so
what's the
multi-purpose.
routine like in the? Give us your daily routine with the oils and your animals.
That's
and-
long, but
Okay, abbreviated.
the abbreviated version. When I wake up, I get the diffusers going with peppermint and wild orange before I wake up the kids. I really feel like it keeps them in a really good mood. I can tell when the diffusers run out, their moods will start to change.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. And the peppermint really helps increase alertness and focus. So we use them for that. I make our own body products. So we're using the essential oils in our shampoo, in our conditioner, in our body lotion. We make our own
group's kind of
soap.
fun on making stuff. We're making laundry detergent,
Really?
lotion
Yeah.
bars, terracotta pendants that you can actually put the oils on.
Yes.
Yeah.
We kind of have a fun group that's
Your group. Who's the group made up of?
Well, what happened was I didn't intend to start teaching classes, but people kept asking. That got barbecues, things like that, where a kid would fall and skin their knee, and I'd have something. And so enough people were asking that I decided to teach a class, and then
kind of spiral.
it just spiraled. It's such a fun thing to get involved in.
Yeah.
So now we just keep picking up more people along the way. We have my personal team is up at 540 people. So, I mean, it's a big, fun atmosphere. We do monthly events where we make different products and
Kind of experiment.
So
Yeah.
who comes to your events? The public or members of your team?
When we do have classes, we offer it to the public. We might
Okay.
pick some sites where we can, have 20, 30 people or whatever,
it's really word of mouth keeps
Yeah.
us very busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody will come
How-
to a class and then, oh, my aunt would love this.
Yeah. How do people find you? Do you have a website?
Many on the street because we smell so good.
Yes.
Yes, but you do have a
Word
website.
of mouth is kind of,
I mean, our viewers, they want to find you.
Oh,
do you have a
we- yeah, we
website?
do have a
you have
website.
what is the website?
Yours is
Mine is
www. Do you want me to say?
Yeah, because I forgot.
Dot doTERRA, DOTERRA.com /KERRYSPENS.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if you just go to doTERRA.com,
It won't take you to us specifically.
Yeah.
You
but
could-
is there a search? Can you put in a rep's name?
Oh,
and
yeah, you
get,
can put in a
Yeah.
rep's name.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So if we know Kerry Spens and Jen,
Inchiostro.
okay, and we'll have your name here on the credits.
Yeah.
And then you've got a company phone number or your own personal
We
phone?
use our own cells. Yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah.
we'll show those as well.
Yeah.
So, well, this has just been very, very delightful and very.
you.
Oh, I do have a question specifically. So my husband is getting over a pretty bad case of poison ivy, and he's still scratching. And what do you recommend?
For red and
and
inflamed
inflamed
skin, lavender is what I would.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And frankincense. A blend of the two would work really well.
Really?
Yeah.
And again, rub it right on or through the.
Well, if you rub it
Coat.
right on, then you can use a topical lotion that you have too, or you can make it up in the roller ball as
Okay.
well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the same for any type of insect bite
Is
I
that-
use basil and lavender
Yeah.
for
any mosquito bite,
bites.
any bug bites.
really.
They're really, it's
a
really
bee
soothing.
sting or something.
Basil. It's really good for bee
Basil.
stings.
Okay. So that begs the question. I have a big bunch of basil from my mother-in-law's garden. Can I just?
You can.
I
actually,
can,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Make a little paste.
It's the same thing, yeah, and put it on the
And
actual
I'm thinking
bite.
I could use olive oil, right? So instead of making my pesto tonight, I think I'm going to be using that basil for something else. This has been really fun and really fascinating, and I just can't get over all of the wonderful scents and all of the fun products. So I just want to thank both of you
Well, thank
so
you for
much.
having us.
Thank you for having
And knowing that you're available to community groups, people can call you on your phone
Yeah.
or find you through your websites. And you're going into assisted living facilities and cancer treatment centers, and that's fabulous. I know it feels really good just to have somebody touch you sometimes
Yeah.
Yeah.
with kindness and a
Yeah.
nice warm
Yeah,
scent.
when you see relief, that's what's rewarding. I think that's probably why we became nurses in the beginning, is the
Yeah.
rewarding of
Sure.
seeing your patient or customer, whatever it might be get some relief.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again. We've come to the end of another episode of Aging Well in America. As always, please send us your ideas, your requests for types of interviews here at the Grosse Pointe War Memorial. Thank you and goodbye.